Let's begin with an amazing story of Shri Satya Sai Baba, which is a proud presentation of our super sweet anchor Nalini Bhatt. Come on close, let's take a look together.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome brothers and sisters, this is Nalini. We know that Bhagwan Baba was love incarnate. No one could ever fathom the depth of divine love, which was not limited to humans, but encompassed every creature in creation. Today we bring you the saga of Sai Geetha, Baba's pet elephant that had the greatest good fortune of receiving Baba's love and care since she was a baby. The bond between her and Baba was indescribable. Sai Geetha, returning her adoration for Baba, was no less than Baba's love for her. She became an icon of devotion, so much so that Baba would tell his students to emulate her. Baba said in his discourse, "If only you can remember and ruminate on the intense love that Sai Geetha had for Swami and develop such sacred and noble thoughts, I will myself take you close to my heart. You do not have to do anything else." We bring you amazing clips of Sai Geetha which reflect her utter devotion for Baba and some instances that demonstrate the sacred bond they shared, narrated by Baba's students. Let us start with how Sai Geetha came to be adopted by Baba in Baba's own words.
60 years ago, Bhagwan was returning from Mysore. The elephants are trapped or caught. In the Kedda operation, you find people beating the drums, making loud sound. All elephants reached there in herds. Many fell into that, but only one younger one remained alive. That younger one stopped taking milk and it was crying for mother. All officers in the area caught hold of this younger one and prayed to Swami, "Swami, you take this little one with you. It is just 10 days old." Swami made this little elephant get into the car and applied honey to his finger, made this elephant sip that honey. He went on sipping. They reached Bangalore. Bhagwan made this little elephant drink with the help of a bottle of milk. This little one forgot the mother totally. He followed Swami wherever he went, to a hall or bhajan hall or living room. The name of that elephant is Sai Geetha. When Swami mentions the name of Sai Geetha, don't think that he is emotional, that he is deeply touched. There is no grief in Bhagavan. Oh, it is Vatsalya, total affection. An intimate relationship is established between Bhagavan and Sai Geetha. It is only inner relationship. He has forgotten the mother. Like that, Sai Geetha has grown for 30 long years. The other day, it dropped its body.
I used to sometimes wonder whether this is the relationship that a living being shares with his pet. It is the relationship between a devotee and her Lord. 2 episodes. The first episode, Sai Geetha was housed in a big shed bang opposite the boys' hostel, possibly as a role model for all the boys. Learn what devotion is. There was one occasion when, as Swami came out for darshan, Sai Geetha, who was present in the procession that day, saw Swami and began to urinate in excitement. When an elephant urinates, it's a waterfall from behind. The boys chanting Vedam and doing Bhangra dance had to disperse immediately to avoid being caught in that shower. Swami told, if you have a cup of that urine, possibly you will get a little bit of her devotion. That is the kind of high regard the Lord had for Sai Geetha. So, waiting for Swami's car to come, on this day, the boys suddenly heard a trumpet. Sai Geetha was excited. And that could mean only one thing, that is Swami is coming. Rushing out of her enclosure, almost breaking down the gates on the way. Swami stops the car, gets down. Strangely, Sai Geetha is not going towards Swami. She moves to the front of the car and places her trunk on the bonnet of the car, as if saying you can proceed no further. Swami lovingly offers a few apples to Sai Geetha and tells Geetha, Geetha, move. But Geetha is not ready to move. She is not ready to eat as well. Finally, Swami says, okay Geetha, I am going to go back to the mandir and stay there only. I am not going anywhere. Now will you move? Immediately, Sai Geetha removes her trunk from the bonnet and embraces her dear Lord. Swami then says, I was planning to go to Vrindavan today, but Geetha has stopped me from doing so. Swami went back to the mandir as he had promised. Whenever Sai Geetha would come running out and trumpet loudly announcing the arrival of Swami's car, we might possibly mistake this to be her extrasensory perception, because the elephant's hearing is very sharp. But to know the intention of the Lord, you need to be connected deep with Him. Nobody knew that day that Swami was going to go to Vrindavan, except Sai Geetha.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my...
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome brothers and sisters, this is Nalini. We have watched the pure innocent love of Sai Geetha, Baba's pet elephant, in the last episode. The more we hear about the elephant's attachment to Bhagwan, the more we hear her stubbornness when it came to being close to Baba, the more we want to hear. Today's narration of Sai Geetha's loving tantrum, Baba's love for her, and the pure celibacy of Sai Geetha is sure to make us wonder if Sai Geetha was some great saint in an animal body.
Love is God, live in love.
Where currently the Rama, Lakshmana and Sita statues are, in the 60s, there was a shelter for Sai Geetha. Swami had asked this engineer to build a room for Sai Geetha. It had all the conveniences that would make Sai Geetha comfortable. She stayed there for one day. The next morning, everyone woke up to a loud, big noise. Dam, dam, doom, dudum, dudum, dush. Sai Geetha had tore that structure down. This engineer was flabbergasted. He went and told Swami. Swami said, it is your mistake. What is the orientation of the house? This room faced the east of Prashanti. Bhagwan's mandir was on the south. And Bhagwan emerged for darshan. Sai Geetha could not see Swami. She endured one darshan session, second darshan session. By the time it was the third, she was so frustrated, she pulled that entire structure down. Nothing, nobody can come in between me and my Swami. For me, what matters is me and my Swami. Everything else is inconsequential. The students wanted to start a cooperative society. They pleaded with Swami that Swami himself should inaugurate. They pleaded, Swami, you should buy something. You should be our first customer. Everyone was eager to see what is Swami going to buy. Swami picked up an oil for Sai Geetha. Swami's mind is always on Sai Geetha. If there was a festival, Sai Geetha was always in the front, part of the entourage. Any special event, Sai Geetha came decorated. Swami was constantly thinking about Sai Geetha's food, her clothes, her decoration, about vacation, about what will make her life happier. Sai Geetha's mind was always on Swami. The story. Bhagwan was in Vrindavan, Sai Geetha was in Prashanti Nilayam. When Swami was not in Prashanti Nilayam, Sai Geetha would be pining for Swami. Suddenly, she spots Swami's car, starts galloping. She forgets that she's an elephant. She thinks she's a cheetah. Swami gets down the car and now Swami is running and Sai Geetha is dashing like a deer. The moment Sai Geetha and Swami meet, Sai Geetha hugs Swami. Swami stood there, caressing her. There were tears, not just in Sai Geetha's eyes. There were tears in everyone who was a witness to this moment. What a sweet, oh my Sai story. Swami said, if you can cultivate even a fraction of the devotion, your lives will find fulfillment. Never before you had a divine pet which did not restrict people to the vicissitudes of the world, but which catapulted people to a different level of love, which ensured that everyone came out of the temporary joys and sorrows and focused their attention on the permanent happiness. That is Sai. Lord Krishna gave us the Bhagavad Gita. When the same Krishna came down, he encapsulated the entire Bhagavad Gita into one Gita. In the late 80s, some of the forest officials suggested to Swami that Sai Geetha should breed, otherwise she could get aggressive. Swami reluctantly he agreed, and Sai Geetha was sent to the Mudumalai forest, a 13-day long journey with 2 caretakers. Sai Geetha, once in the forest, never allowed any elephant to come near her. In the nights, Sai Geetha would break the chains, start walking to Puttaparthi. This happened every other night. 3 months of such ordeal. Finally, the Mahouts communicated to Bhagwan, Swami, please permit us to come back to Prashanti Nilayam. Swami acceded to their request. She was happy that she was back in Prashanti Nilayam, but the story does not end there. In fact, the drama begins now. A veterinary doctor pronounced Sai Geetha is pregnant. The ashram was abuzz with excitement. Swami added spice to the drama. Swami took Professor Kasturi Sai Geetha's shed and told, in Sai Geetha's stomach there's a baby rolling, can you see? Obedient devotee simply nodded. The moment whole Prashanti was waiting, the veterinary doctor comes out and says, I'm sorry, Sai Geetha is not pregnant. Swami said, Sai Geetha is a Shuddha Brahmacharini, pure and pristine celibate. She has come for me. She will have nothing to do with anyone else. In the Ramayana, you hear of the Agni Pariksha of Sita. This seems like an Agni Pariksha that Sai Geetha had to undergo so that the whole world knows what is truly the purpose of her life.
English language doesn't have some of the translations for Sanskrit words. Brahmacharini is translated as a celibate. But if we go to the Sanskrit root, it means a being who is focused only on the Brahman. To have God as the first priority.
Thank you for watching. Jai Sai Ram.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is Nalini. We have been watching Sai Geetha, the divine pet of Baba, and her intense devotion to Swami. Sadly, today's segment brings the merging of Sai Geetha in eternity, immersing everyone, especially the Lord himself, in acute agony. Let us watch.
Sai Gita has grown for 30 long years. The other day, it dropped its body. Bhagwan has pointed out, Sai Gita, Gita, look here. Here is a mandiram for you. I am getting constructed. Started shedding the tears. Meantime, the end came. The previous night, Sai Gita told Pedireddy, the caretaker, Sai Gita said, I cannot live without him. He stopped taking food for 15 days. Death occurred on the 15th day. That is the height of love of Sai Gita for Swami.
23rd of May 2007, this great devotee of the Lord Sai Gita was given a funeral by the Lord himself. This is a privilege that possibly only Jatayu, the king of vultures, got in Treta Yuga from Lord Shri Rama. In the Kali Yuga, the only devotee to have got such a send-off is Sai Gita. Swami had left for Kodaikanal. Sai Gita stopped eating food, kept growing weak. Swami returned from Kodaikanal on the 18th of May. Though physically it had not been conveyed to him that Sai Gita was not eating, Swami knows, he came back. Sai Gita had a glimpse of her Lord. On the night of the 20th of May, she did something she had never done before. At night, she broke the chains, went into the fields, stayed there throughout the night. It was reported to Swami. Again on the 21st of May night, Sai Gita did the same thing. On the 22nd, she collapsed. The doctors declared Sai Gita dead. Pedireddy Garu was heartbroken. There could be nobody else on earth whose heart would be broken the way his would, barring one, that's of the Lord. Because as the devotee yearns for the Lord yearns for the devotee. Swami sent payasam, a sweet dish that was dear to Sai Gita, which he himself used to feed her. Pedireddy Garu forced open the mouth and poured in the payasam, half expecting it to fall out immediately. On the morning of the 23rd, there was not a drop of payasam that had fallen out, not a drop in her mouth. The It was only after Swami permitted her to leave, blessing her with paisam, that she left. That morning at 7:30, I get tears even as I say this because was a physical personal witness to this. Swami came to visit Sai Geetha. Pedareddy Garu and Swami holding each other's hand. Big blobs of tears in Pedareddy Garu's eyes. Big blobs of tears in the Lord's eyes. How blessed are you, Sai Geetha? Swami emptied a packet of vibhuti, gently pulled on Sai Geetha's trunk, caressed it, told Pedareddy Garu, open her eyes. She's longing to see me. Like eyelids which should be so stiff, very fluid. With gentle flick, Pedareddy Garu was able to open her eyes. The moment Sai Geetha saw her Lord, the eyes closed forever. Now they became hard and Pedareddy Garu was not able to open them anymore. Swami then instructed that a big pit be dug in a palatial stable that had been inaugurated just 6 months earlier. Just as Rama would point out to Hanuman and say, this is how a devotee is, Sai would point out to Sai Geetha and say, this is how a devotee's life is. Sai Geetha was indeed the eternal message of the Lord. Swami had Sai Geetha decked in her greatest beautiful finery, with silk cloth, with all her jewels and ornaments. Swami instructed that a bed be made of her favorite sugarcane grass, along with sacks of vibhuti, turmeric and kumkum. Swami, he stayed there till all the rites were completed and Mahamangal Aarti was done to Sai Geetha. I have never seen the Aarti being waved to any other in the physical presence of Swami. The Lord was giving the message, when you're yearning like that of Sai Geetha, there's no difference between you and me. Sai Geetha is divine. Aarti needs to be done to her. Let's pray to Swami. Make us also Sai's Geetha, the message of Swami. Jai Sai Ram.
In Bhagavatam, we hear of the story of Gajendra Moksha, where a cursed elephant receives instant help from Lord Vishnu when he was trapped in the jaws of a crocodile. When Gajendra prayed to Vishnu, he rushed to the elephant's rescue. When Gajendra saw Mahavishnu coming down, the elephant raised a lotus to offer him. Vishnu not only saved the elephant, but gave him moksha or liberation. Our Sai Geetha could be Gajendra reborn, or a great being who spent her life in the loving fold of Sai and who left her body knowing that Bhagavan would leave his body soon. Without Swami, she had no wish whatsoever to be alive. Even though nobody knew of Swami's plans of Mahasamadhi, Sai Geetha knew and had even communicated to her caretaker in her own way, as Baba said, that she could not bear to be separate from her Lord. Sai Geetha was an epitome of devotion, worthy of emulation by all.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is Nalini.
On April 24th, 2011, Shri Baba took Mahasamadhi. The world celebrates this day as Aradhana Day since 2011. Prashanti has dedicated several segments on Shri Baba's Aradhana Mahotsavam. April 24, 2011 was a dark day in the world of Satya Sai Baba's devotees. When the sun sets, there is the assurance that he will rise again the next day. But when Bhagavan Baba, the sun, who was the life force of millions all over the world, set and merged in eternity, intense anguish and unbearable pain rocked the Sai world. Devotees could not come to terms with Baba's early departure. Swami himself had said he will be in the physical body for 96 years. Then why he left 10 years too soon weighed heavily on every mind. Today on Prashanti, we bring you some interesting observation in this matter from Guru Mohanji, a world-renowned humanitarian who has dedicated his life towards serving the world. He emphasizes purity, faith, unconditional love and selflessness and is a devotee of Shri Baba. Let us watch.
One question, why Swami left?
Why did he leave?
Yes, early. Meaning unhappy with the devotees.
No. It's not that. I mean, I don't think he left early. See, he had a choice. How much he should be in the body, it was up to him. And he had told one person, I lived 82 years in this body. People have still not understood my message. Even if I live another 82 years, what is the use? So it's a bit of disappointment, but he has delivered what he could. And even now, his presence is there. He's done enough work in the world. I used to have some connection with His Highness Mitran Namboodiripad. He and Baba, Satya Sai Baba, stayed in one room for 21 days in Mookambika when both were 21. So Baba used to consider him as a friend. And he used to consider Baba as a friend, not as an avatar. So once I was sitting with His Highness, he told me about some of these incidents. He said Baba materialized a ring for him. He believed that Baba has some big work to do in the world. He was in his palace, and Baba wanted to conduct a Chandi Homa, a big ceremony. So Baba said His Highness should be the chief priest. So people went to him and invited him. He said, I can't come there. They asked why. He said he eats the betel nuts. He has to spit somewhere. He said, Puttaparthi is too clean. I have no place to spit. So I can't come. They went back and told Baba, he can't come because there is no space to spit. Baba said, I'll arrange it. Let him come. When he came, Baba was also chewing pan. So Baba said, don't worry about spitting. I'll find a place for you. Don't worry. And the ceremony went well. And after that, Baba was sitting with him. And Sai Baba said, you are a great astrologer. You know the future of everybody. Tell me, why did I take birth? So he said, as Krishna said, when there is decay in dharma, I happen. So your avatar happened because there was decay of dharma. Adharma is ruling. That's why you came. Baba said, that's true. Then he said, how long will I live? Then he said, you have naturally 96 years of existence here, but after 80 you can leave any time. That's your call. If you think that you should exist until 96, you will. Otherwise, you won't. He said, that's also true. It's my choice. So this conversation was almost an answer to me. Then that time Baba was in his body. Baba's presence was there when he speaks. Their love was palpable. Both were the same age. Baba never left. In fact, I always feel that sometimes it's easier to work without the body than with the body. With the body, you have to carry out the body, handle the body, right? But without the body, your omnipresence, you can be anywhere. You can conglomerate, and when you are everything and everywhere, where you have to strengthen your presence, that's easy. Where will the presence be strong? Where he is needed, called with love. Why is Krishna not coming? Because you are not calling Krishna as Yashoda. Why is not Krishna showing love to me? Because you are not calling like Radha. If you call like Radha, Krishna comes, has to come. It's our frequency, our connection, conviction, all this matters. Avatar is everywhere. It's not in the body. So he is an avatar.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.